Hello.
Hello, friends. It's the Cinemondo podcast. You know, when a really evil person dies,
Yes.
don't you think sometimes that their influence kind of lives on and that's what people used to in the old days, that's what people used to call an evil spirit?
I do. I mean, kind of. I
Like
think it's more like the everlasting influence that kind of manifests in people and their thoughts like a ghost. I don't really think ghosts exist, but I would love it if they did. It'd be really cool.
But sometimes people can be so bad that the bad things they did can live on after they die. You know,
Yeah.
I wonder sometimes if that's the source of a lot of horror stories and myths and legends and, you know, campfire stories about the boogeyman and whatnot.
Yeah.
And this movie, or it's a mini series that we're going to talk about today. Is called The Bondsman. Bondsman.
Why are we caring about this? Kevin Bacon. First Degree.
Well, anybody who watches this podcast has a 1 degree separation from Kevin Bacon because I met Kevin Bacon several times, maybe 3 times.
I would love to.
So
he's the best.
Super nice guy. Yeah.
Super cool guy. I love his goat videos. They're amazing.
Musician. He plays guitar. I like people that play music and have guitars and stuff.
And his wife, Kyra Sedgwick, is very cool, and she dances with him in his videos. He's just all around good guy. And every time he's in something, he's the best thing in it. Every time.
Yeah, he has that.
Kevin Bacon fan.
He has that element of likability, and I saw Stir of Echoes. This is another movie that he was in. It's Richard Matheson's story, which makes
great,
it 1,000%.
Great movie.
And it's a really good movie, and it's a ghost kind of movie. And he's done some genre things, Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
He's done quite a few. He was in Tremors, remember that?
So good. Yes. He's just one of those guys that you're rooting for. He's always great. He's just, even when he's the villain, I'm rooting for him.
Right.
He's the villain in Maxine, and he was amazing.
Yeah.
Super sleazy, but Kevin Bacon sleazy. So,
right.
But this one looks unique because he looks really jacked. He looks like almost like a hero. He's not just like the scroungy side character. Like, he is the star, and he looks really good. I've only seen little stills from it, and I'm like, damn, okay. So we're gonna take a look. We haven't seen this yet. It's gonna be fresh. Looking forward to it.
I know nothing.
It's created by Granger Davis, who's done a lot of shorts. He's written a lot of shorts. So this is kind of a series for him. So I'm very excited.
So all of you filmmakers out there who make short films and who have ideas about making short films and want to do them, they actually do get you gigs.
They do. I mean, there's such a desire for content. I think, it's a good time to be doing short films.
Yeah. And it's a good way to show people that you can make a film and tell a story.
Know what it takes. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see what the Bondsman has in store for us. Ooh.
All right. Are we ready?
Yes.
And
did you die?
Male enforcement, come out with your hands up.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think maybe I did.
Mr. Halloran, I'm here about your new job orientation.
She knows things, Hub, about how you
died and went to hell. You're only standing here now because we brought you back.
Which is just plain silly.
Do you think it's silly, Mr. Halloran?
What job, lady?
You're still a bounty hunter, but now you hunt demons.
So good.
For the devil.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Why not? Go for it.
Imagine hell is a prison, and sometimes inmates bust out. This time one of them busted out here, and more might be coming. The warden wants them found and sent back.
What do you mean, send them back?
Just put one in the brain. You'll see, hopefully, for all of us.
I need to tell you something about your pastor.
Well, shit. Maybe it's not just about killing demons. Hub, you can get your family back together.
I guess to be a musician.
Yeah.
The hell runs out of demons.
That little pin eye thing.
Yeah.
You need to see this. There's a pattern.
Then call the hotline.
A 1-900 number charging $10 a minute.
What do you expect? It's hell. If you fail to process any demons assigned to you,
Step on it. We're skipping school.
you will be terminated.
Jesus, Lord, please help me.
Oh, there you go. Oh, God.
Took our son along for a demon fight yesterday.
I'm just trying to do something nice here. Shit. Fuck me.
You can tell that was Red Band because there were so many nasty words in that. I loved it.
Yeah, and the full-on violent scenes.
I know. I guess in case we weren't sure that it's a comedy,
Yeah.
they have that funny music in the background.
Right. Yeah.
I love when Kevin Bacon does the accent. He's really good at the accent. The kind
Yeah.
of accent. He does it because he doesn't overdo it. And it's kind of more a drawl. Like he doesn't kind of, wow, I'm doing like the weird Southern accent. It's just kind of natural.
Right. It's that kind of laid back kind of
Yeah.
Southern accent that you
Oh,
hear
you're
from
pretty
people.
good at
that
it
go-
too.
Yeah, well,
Probably
try growing up in the South. You pick them
try.
up. You pick up the
That's right.
dialect.
You get the drawl if you're living in
Yeah.
the South. I know. Yeah. So that looked really fun. I like the idea of a little bit of the cheeky humor. It gave me
Oh
vibes
yeah, it's
kind of supernatural. Where they
yes. I was
bring the
about to say.
super scary and the super gore, but then there's that weird kind of snarky humor in it, which I really like. It's perfect.
Yeah, it seemed to me like overtly humorous, like very very humorous, like Beetlejuice level almost.
Yeah.
And kind of finding the humor in extreme violence and that kind of things, which sometimes turns me off a little bit because I think sometimes it comes off as mean spirited.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's evidently it's just like demons getting killed, and
Nobody cares about them.
yeah.
I know.
So
That
as I understand it, it seems he's a bondsman. So he's I thought he was like a hitman. I thought he was like a bad guy that died
Right.
and came back, but he's like a bounty hunter who comes back, and I guess it's almost like a heaven can wait kind of thing, where you get your wings if you do a good deed or something.
well, I mean,
and
it
so his
seems
job
like
becomes.
he seems like he was bad because he went to hell and they sent him out to do a job. So maybe he can redeem himself. But if he doesn't, he goes to hell. So he wasn't a good guy
But
necessarily.
yeah, I guess it's not not the agency of hell that's hiring him. In other words, hell wouldn't want him to come back and kill demons.
Well, no, he does. They do want him to come back to get demons because they want the demons back in hell. So he has to come and kill them to send them back to hell. So he's out there sending demons that have escaped.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of these films.
Okay. That's how it
And
works.
it's very similar to a season of Supernatural. So I'm very used to seeing
Okay.
that. But it looked really fun, and there's no way I'm not watching it. It's on Prime, April 3rd. It's Kevin Bacon. It's demons
Bacon,
and extreme
yeah.
gore, chainsaw to the head, demon head.
Yeah. Yeah.
And shirtless Kevin Bacon doing it. So they're clearly trolling us. It was a total thirst trap in the middle of this movie. Sorry, just
Well, that's
Even
kind of
Kevin
cool
Bacon is
because Kevin Bacon is like about my age, I think.
not a
So
young guy.
if he's still, if people are still looking at him going, "Woo,"
he
then
looks
that's-
fantastic. He looks great. He's got
that's-
just enough grizzled, It's looking good. Yeah.
Old
let's
people
do
are
it-
cool.
Old bit. Well, if you're Kevin Bacon, you are. I don't know. But
Right.
so put in the comments, like, do you have a favorite Kevin Bacon movie? What do you think of this movie? I think it looks really fun. It's not even a movie; it's a series, which is even better.
It's a
That means
series,
it's like
yeah.
hours and hours of Kevin Bacon hunting demons, which I could probably watch endlessly. I love
Yeah, and I like movies
Any-
or shows and series and that are set in that kind of mythological universe where all those. I mean, I grew up in the South, and it's sort of, a lot of stories like this tend to have a connection to the sort of Gothic South kind of thing,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of a lot of that belief in the Bible Belt. Obviously, that's where the Bible Belt is. So what it is kind of like a story, a type of storytelling that the assumption in the story is that all of those hellfire and brimstone stories you used to hear, if you grew up in those areas and you went to those tent revivals and those snake handling events and
That's right.
and evangelical speaking in tongues and whatnot, if all the stuff they preach was true, then there's demons all over the place. And you know, that's kind of the premise of stories like this, which is always kind of fun. It's like, well, if this is what you believe, then here it is.
This is what it looks like. That's right.
What it looks like.
You guys want. I don't know. So let us know what you think. We'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Bye, everybody.